a lot simpler. It's a lot shorter as well. And it seems like we're going to be starting. Let's go. I just clapped for myself because I'm pathetic. So it's kind of interesting. One difference in the beginning is going to be language choice. So in Splatoon 1, if you had the Japanese copy, you saved about 40 seconds of text speed. In this game, there has not been extensive language testing done, but Hones did some testing, and in the beginning, Spanish saves 2 seconds over English in the opening sequence just based on text machine speed, and it most surprisingly does not apply to the rest of the game, so that's kind of interesting. But it's only 2 seconds of time save. You don't really need it. There's a lot more that you can, be, where you could save time at. So we're going to be waking up in a metro station. Our main character, Agent 8, has amnesia, doesn't know where he is. This old guy started talking to us, and we need to get a key to unlock the cage to get out. So we're going to be given the gun, the Junior. And I'm interested to see if they're going to go for the skip here on the left, where you throw a bomb up at the grapple link. So yeah, both rows are actually going to be going for it. Bdonp takes a bit... Oh, actually... Oh, wait. Bdonp misses the skip first try. He has to take the slower route to the right. That skip stays about 6 seconds, and it's pretty cool. That was found by Hash Race, I think, a very long time ago. But yeah, grapple links, if you throw anything at it, your gun, a bomb, you'll instantly be teleported, and you'll be off. So yeah, that's kind of interesting, that he missed that. Not something too easy. It's a pretty small skip, but you can go for it a couple times and still save time, so... Yeah, another long cutscene. We just walked out of the subway. We're kind of wondering, oh, where are we? Gonna keep the chat open a bit on the side. Hopefully I can be able to read it a little bit more than I currently... I don't have a second monitor, so I have to switch to it. So I'm going to be walking forward. We're going to talk to this telephone called CQ80. And it's just this random, telephone pole in the middle of a subway station. You have no idea what it is. And it's kind of like, that's kind of like the sidekick from BioShock, where Alice is talking to you through the walkie-talkie, he's giving you instructions. And he seems to have a more insidious nature. Lots of text mashing. That's the only bad thing about setting up a profile. And in the beginning, there's a lot of text mashing, decent amount of cutscenes. But then the run starts to pick up in terms of pace. We're going to pick up the CQ80 card so we can actually go where we want to go. We're going to use this card. It's basically a credit card, and we can go to any stage in the game as long as we have enough money or credits. So that's what that means. Hopefully I got that canon right. If anyone wants to correct me, you're more than welcome to. Hashtag Nicro Clean. We're both going to be entering the train here. And that is it for, like, the kind of the tutorial section for the game. And now we're going to meet the, and it's actually pretty funny. Bdomp's profile picture on Discord is this little, blue, slime ball. He's the train conductor. His name is Sea Cucumber. And he's pretty cute. And he's also very mean because he'll basically blow you up and kill you if you fail any stage. If you fail an 8-ball stage. Test failed, if anyone knows what that means. He's going to be slowly inching forward. 2,000 years later, he finally came home. He's going to talk to us about what the metro station is. You can probably understand what he's saying on the right side, because Bdonp is in English. We want out of here. So yeah, to get started, press X to open your map, and we're going to be able to go into the first stage in the game, 805. And it's pretty simple. Tells us how to kill enemies. And more of, like, the secondary part of the tutorial. And then from there, it just kind of throws you into the game and lets you explore. But, the route for this game was discovered pretty much near launch, and it's never changed since then. The only route changes have been in other categories that have not been any %. Yeah, so Rand's just going to get straight into it. There's going to be an enemy that spawns in the top right there behind those boxes. He opts to not throw the swap bomb, which saves about a second if you can kill him as he's spawning in. These are the sanitized Octolings. These are kind of your enemy. They're kind of brainwashed by the secret villain. lasers him first try. Nice aim from Brandon there. Using stick controls, by the way, so he's at a disadvantage from Bdonp. Bdonp is only just slightly behind right now. And now 2 are going to trigger. The carbon roller is going to come down. Taking the optimal route, the world record uses. Let's go, Brandon. No bias, by the way. And just goes through those 2 enemies like butter. And now, we're going to be getting to this final line. This is going to be kind of annoying. He has a giant jetpack, and if you kill him too late, he's going to pop his jetpack. Nice. Very nice from Brandon. He's going to complete AO5 in a pretty decent time for his skill level. Forgets he can throw a bomb. You can so at the data point, which is kind of like the end flag for the level, you can throw a splat bomb to one-shot it. So you lost a little time there, but yeah, there goes AO5, the first stage in the game. So now we're going to see if both runners go right side. I assume they're going to go right side because that's the most common way. Not as many people do left side, left side gain, as we normally do. Yeah, great attention. Yeah, agreed, Cyclone. There's so many small aesthetical things that make this game, so interesting. And their eyes move, I believe, too, when they, select the stage. So, gotta remember to pause and play the stream after 30 minutes. Just make sure there's no lagging. So yeah, Callfish is gonna do a little rap here. Yeah, it's definitely not hot. Not too hot. And we're gonna be contacted by Marina and Pearl, who are kind of the this universe's pop stars and or newscasters that have announced the online multiplayer rotations. Oh, interesting. So yeah, we're gonna see the first route change. This is what's kind of interesting. It's gonna make commentating a little bit hard. I'm gonna be commentating 2 different races at the same time. So Brandon's gonna go left side and Bdomp's gonna go right side. So on Brandon's side, we have the baller stage. So you can control this giant hamster ball. If you played Overwatch, you can move this ball around. It leaves a trail of ink every single time you walk on the ground. It has really slow mobility, but you have an infinite amount of if you hold the ZR button, which is the shoot button, you can explode the baller. Doesn't go for the jump there. Ooh, almost falls. Yeah, it's kind of a weird jump. So he's gonna go for that jump around the corner. You can make several corner cutting jumps in the stage and not really lose a lot of time. So it seems like Brandon is almost done. And the main reason why I mentioned the shooter, the exploding mechanic, is that he's gonna probably use that to one-shot the data point at the very end. Like once he hits the boost pad, yep, he's gonna hold ZR and one-shot the data point, and there you go. So now we're gonna go over to Bdonp. This is weird. This stage kind of it gives you a weapon called the blaster, and it's almost like the shotgun. I would equate it. I wouldn't really know what you'd equate the blaster to in this game, because the Brelic weapon class is definitely pretty similar to a shotgun. You're just gonna be given a blaster. You're in a bunch of bouncy pads. You have to go through the stage, and you have to get in a cannon there, and oh, I have to wait for the cycle there. Gets to the end, doesn't die. Pretty good. Yeah, he bounces his way through that stage, no problem. So, on Brand's side, we have BO1, or the first 8-ball stage in the run. You have to guide this giant 8-ball all the way to the end. If the 8-ball falls at any point into the void, that is the nothingness. Sea Cucumber tells you test failed and it's over. And controlling the ball takes a lot of practice and a lot of aim. So, oh wait, it might roll off there. Oh, he might. Oh, no! Oh, he doesn't die. Somehow. Now he has to wait for the elevator to come all the way down. So, while it's happening, we're going to switch over to Bdonp. So, this is another inkjet stage where you control it. Bdomp's not going to do the 1-second route time save where you go across the gap there. We're going to see if he goes for inkjet skip. And basically what it is you get on this platform right here, get max height from the platform, delay the first boost, and gets the second boost. So what he's going to do, that was an insane death claim, by the way. He's going to get enough height from those 2 delay boosts to death warp from under the checkpoint and respawn. This, if you get that first try, it saves about 5 seconds, and it's pretty easy to screw up. Interesting. So Brandon got past the elevator. He's trying to do a skip called Seesaw Skip. You get a tiny 8-ball. Oh, it seems like he fails. It's really bad. So the intended strat there is you take the 8-ball and guide up that series of elevators on the left side, and you make a balloon, launch it across the room and onto that seesaw. What he's trying to do is force it onto the seesaw manually and skip that entire section. So it does take a little bit to line up. Ooh, oh, no, seems like he doesn't... Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with Brandon. He doesn't do the super hard strat there where he jumps. There is a visual cue for it, but I don't think he's learned it yet. So yeah, this might take him a couple tries, so be patient. Over on Bdonp Sam, we have the other 8-ball stage, and this is so crazy. So two different route changes, or routes that the runners decide. This is the other 8-ball stage. You use a giant mid-range gun called the Splatter Shot Pro. Oh, and it seems like Bdonp, the enemy's bullet hit the sponge there, and he wasn't prepared for it, so he sailed under the sponge and died. If you die here in the beginning, it's a time loss of about 20 seconds. So, oh wait, it seems like Brandon... I'm trying to, like, watch the streams at once here, and it's very... I'm only one guy, dude. How can I... I'm only one guy. Seems like he gets that, so good job to him. Bdonp doesn't fail there. Having the ball even a little bit off-center can make it fall off the edge. And he's going to do a small little manipulation here. Shoots once, and then shoots again. This is going to make sure the enemy's bullets don't target him when he's shooting for the second time. So this is kind of weird. He's gonna be doing a slower version of that strat where you wait for the ball to bounce towards the middle, and then shoot it across the gap. But it's much safer. Oh wait, I don't think he's not gonna. Oh, okay, so he's gonna kill both enemies there. Played a little bit safe. You have to get a proper angle there. You have to get it like through that tiny hole on the left if you want to make it happen. Interesting. So Brandon is actually going right. I don't know if he's doing that because of my sanity, or preference. I'm not sure what his route is. Oh, I gets hit by the pillar there. It's not good. So this section of the 8-ball stage is very chaotic. So you have to... It's a giant bouncy wall arena, a kid's fantasy. But you have to guide this giant, cue ball to the end. And the only way to stop the 8-ball when it's bouncing on the walls is to bonk your head into it and stop all of its velocity, but it's really hard. And what triggers at the end is by killing all the enemies. And Bdonp seems to do that pretty okay. And the death there in the beginning was pretty terrible, or terrible for his time loss. But the enemies seem to definitely, be that variance of time save. There's several of those in the run where you can lose like 10-20 seconds through a simple execution mistake. And when the races are a little bit closer to watch, because keep in mind both runners the gap between both runners' PBs is about 15 minutes. So I'm more so going to be commenting on each individual's race rather than... I'm more so going to try to comment on each individual's run rather than, like, the race itself, even though I'm trying to keep it in the spirit. Brandon does take a little bit of damage there near the end. I'm trying to get to the end of AO6, but completes it pretty resoundfully. Now, this stage has the gimmick. You have a certain amount of ink. So ink in this game, it lets you move. It's your ammo. It's the way that you move around the map. Ooh, Bdonp is a little bit of trouble. He doesn't make left side. If you're quick enough there, you can make the left side of that cycle of the block. You only have a limit. Oh, no, it seems like he doesn't make the jump, and unfortunately, he's going to respawn back at the beginning. So you only have a limited amount of shots with your entire ink tank. You have to make it to the end of the stage. You have to, ink up a couple walls, ink up a couple sponges. You have to be very mindful of, how much ink you have at any given point. That was a little bit too much. I don't know about that one, dog. And he's riding on thin rails right now. I don't know if he's... Ooh, he might have to jump on it. Yeah, he might have to... Yeah, so he's a little bit late there, so he had to go on top. And yes, just barely has enough ink to make it towards the end. So, yeah, Brandon, interestingly enough, is not going to go for inkjet skip, which is fine, because, again, it only saves 5 seconds, and it takes a lot of practice. Ooh. Oh, and unfortunately, he fails the second jump there, but respawns at that first checkpoint anyways, so it doesn't really matter too much. This is another one of those stages it's one of the gimmicks, break the target stage, where you're given a bunch of boxes to break. Oh, he fails a little bit on the menu there for the weapons. So the cycles, because this level is on a global timer, there's a certain strat that you do, where you get all the boxes at the bottom immediately, and then you work your way up, because it's three ink rails, right? They have to grind on, and then you slowly make your way up. So it's gonna be a bit late on that, but with the jet squelcher, it's a long range shooter, even longer than the fire shot probably. So you're given all that range and decent shot variance to make it to the end. And that's the big thing that separates that from the bucket and the normal shooter, the basic gun in the game, is you don't have enough range. So that's why we use that in that stage to make those cycle skips happen. Ooh, it's a bit off center there. He might have to correct for it. Yeah, the enemy's bullet hit the ball as it was bouncing, so all that velocity got transferred over to the end of the stage. And yeah, the checkpoint. He's not going to get to the checkpoint until he gets on top of that platform, so it's kind of weird. Again, another break the target stage. This time, oh wait, no, he's feels bad, man. So this is another break the target stage. We're going to be using a giant paintbrush called the Octo brush. We're just going to roll our way through the stage. You're out of ink there, so the game gives you a curling bomb. Jump from there, mash all the crates. You have to get all of these crates before the time ends. And with the Octo brush, you're given the most leeway. You have a decent amount of mobility. And you have the most damage or DPS per second. And it makes getting the final crate, which has a ton of health, it's the orange crate up there, a lot easier. And he completes that with no problem. So Brand's gonna get to the first checkpoint here, and this I've seen his streams. He's had a lot of trouble with this trick, trying to get it past. And again, if it bounces too far left, it's over. Oh, wait. Oh, and he gets it. A little bit of a struggle, but he is able to get that. It's definitely pretty important for him, for sure. So while there's a little bit of while there's a little bit of downtime, I'm gonna check chat. I like the 8-ball stage, it's so calm. Thank you for the... Thanks, Ovo. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, he's going to die there, because I think the 8-ball fell from the sponge. Okay, so now we're going to get to Grow Power, the casual player's bane. So basically, there's a power core in the center of the map. You have to protect that power core from a bunch of enemy spawns that spawn in intervals. It's the same spawns every time. Once you learn them, it's easy. And again, casual players find struggle with this because, you know, they don't want to learn. I'm just kidding, by the way. Don't hurt me. Yeah, because I've streamed Grow Power sometimes, and some person will come in my chat and they'll say like, "Hey, how you do Grow Power?" Smile. So luckily, Brandon is able to get. I think he died about 4 times now in that section, but he's getting to the end, which is really all that matters in a race setting, because you're going to make mistakes. Humans make mistakes. See how well he recovers enemy section here. It can be really daunting, because if you bump into the back of the ball, it's going to send all the way backwards, and you're going to lose a ton of time, because it's going to go backwards. It's going to undo all the progress that you want. So now we're getting to the halfway mark of Grow Power. Also, another thing to know with Grow Power is you're given a lot of options for weapons. And Bdonp is going to choose the Splat Bomb because he wants to kill those enemies as they spawn, and it's going to make it a bit easier. But it is personal preference. You only lose a little bit of time for choosing a X weapon, so you're given a lot of you're given a lot of freedom with Grow Power itself. Oh no. And also the Octolanes, they have the specials from online, the multiplayer, so you definitely don't want them. Aw man, Brandon is just getting absolutely destroyed by the bouncy walls. I've never seen... Man, that is just unfortunate. Utilizes a wall bounce there to reset the ball's direction and knock it straight into the pedestal. That's going to be the end of Grow Power as well for Bdonp. But yeah, Grow Power is very fun. If anyone wants a devilishly hard challenge, try to complete Grow Power without using any of your main weapons, only your sub. You will tear your hair out like I did. I still haven't completed it because I'm a noob. Oh, interesting. So Bdonp is going to be not doing the traditional route like most people do. He's going to be doing the kind of the DA route there, where after Grow Power you go to JO4, then JO5. So this stage you're given I don't even know what you call this. You're given a giant long range, almost like a SPAS shotgun. If anyone remembers that weapon, Black Ops 2. You have to kill a certain amount of enemies to trigger the last 2 big guys. The big guys, and they have a lot of health. So those guys are a sniper and a giant Gatling gun, so you want to get them out of the way first. And most notably, you want to have enough ink to 2-shot each of the, the Octo Commander guys. Picks up the ink tank there, pretty smart. Oh, wait. Is out of armor there. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Has to aim at the first enemy. Doesn't get the fall-off damage in the first shot. Might die to the... Oh, no! He barely recovers his armor in time and just clutches it. Wow, Brandon was just out of ink there as well. What is even going on in this race? I can't even... It's like I'm trying to... I need 4 arms. I need 4 eyes. I need better vision. Both of those endings were so insane. I can't... Because the thing is, with the Octo Commanders, they launch down a bunch of missiles on the ground, and if they hit you while you're armored, you'll die, and you'll have to respawn at the beginning. And he barely recovered his armor just as those 10 missiles came in. So, pretty good game sense from him. Getting that ink tank, delaying the kill a little bit. So, this is another skip in the run. You're going to be utilizing a weapon called the Dual Squelchers, and it's in a weapon class known as the Dualies. You can dodge roll on the rails here. When you're on an ink rail, it's an automatic ink rail, or automatic ink rail. So you can't move forward, but what you can do to make it a little bit faster is dodge roll a couple times. It costs ink, but if you can manage your ink, you'd save a couple of frames every time you do it, and that adds up to about 2 seconds towards the end. He's going to be utilizing a little exploit there. If you hit only the first switch, you can just sail right to the end free. Let's see if we can get the skip here. Oh, he actually misses it. He's not going to go for it again, which is kind of interesting. I believe he can go for it second try and still save time. But if you get that first try, it skips this beginning section and lets you go straight there. So where he was at that grappling, it's where you can go. Basically, you have to jump at the peak of that hill and hold up right. You can skip that entire beginning section. Saves about 15 seconds if you can get it first try. And in a race setting, you can't really... feel like you're going to fail a trick. You already failed it. Don't go for it again. Just keep going. Keep your composure, and you should be fine. Interestingly, I've seen Brand stream, and he actually goes for that skip as well. And to be honest, if you find a skip easy, you should definitely go for it. Because consistency is what matters the most. We're not having too much trouble in DO7 here, and now we're going to get to the first thing in the run. This is a giant piece of a puzzle that will be revealed later in the storyline. You basically have to go down a giant tunnel and explode this giant bubble. It makes a really cool sound. I think Brand's audio is getting restreamed, so whoever is ahead, I think Bdonp is ahead. So yeah, I believe Bdonp is ahead. So we're going to switch to his audio. I think that worked. Okay, that worked. Cool. Thanks, Cyclone. But yeah, it has that cool long cutscene. And we're going to be doing a little trick here. If you press the pause button right after you collect the thing, you don't have to enter the train, go through that long cutscene. You just press the pause button and go straight back to the metro and not waste any time whatsoever. So now we're going to be getting to the real Maka S level of this run. It's called Matchmaster. And because Bdonp is fairly high level, he's gonna be... Oh wait, he's actually not gonna be using the Rabbit Blast, he's gonna be using the Squeezer. Interesting, I am surprised. So, there's a giant statue on the left here. And you have to make that statue on the right look like the statue on the left. All the orange crates you have to destroy. If you destroy a single brown crate and not get the checkpoint to save your progress, you will respawn from the beginning. This can lose up to 4 minutes, depending on how far you are at, and Bdonp is using the slower weapon here. So, yeah, he does have... Oh, wait, he already inked a little bit of the crate there. I'm getting a little bit of an anxiety attack. Please. So, the Squeezer is slower because it doesn't get as many crates in a group at once. And the tap shotting, each tap shot takes a lot of frames. So he's tapping the ZR button right now. Oh, wait. Has to... Yeah, it's very easy to aim down and misalign your crosshair just a tiny bit and hit the crate below you. So you're definitely going to see runners being careful about this. I feel like he's going to use mostly the world record route. Oh, I feel like the tap shot's a little bit too far away there, so he's not going to go for that. That's the other thing. The Squeezer is not very ink efficient. So, the ink tank spawns are predetermined. Oh no, Brandon died on girl power. God. Yeah, it's really bad if you die in girl power. It loses about a minute and a half, depending on how far you're in. And definitely learning the enemy spawns is really important for that stage. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, and again, he takes the... This corner shot can be kind of weird. Oh, he actually misses the crate beneath there. I feel like he forgot it was there. Luckily, you can get it from beneath, but just getting it from the top of the statue definitely helps save some time, because when you fall down, you have to go all the way back up, take that grappling, and hit it again, which isn't the best thing in the world. Seems like he's almost done with the top half of the statue. He's just trying to get... Yeah, and there's the key. So there's a key spawn there. If you take that key to the middle of the map, it will save your progress of how many crates you have collected, and give you a checkpoint. So if you die, it won't give you as much of a time loss. Oh, okay, that was close. So most runners will not opt to do the checkpoint strategy. I know Yamoi, a fairly newer runner, she does that for safety reasons, and she's very afraid of losing her run to Matchmaster. Because, yeah, it is very punishing to lose to. You make that slight misclick error, and it's over. So, yeah, I feel like him forgetting that crate is going to bite him back in the butt a little bit. Yeah, there's that crate, and then, oh, wait. And then, luckily, it's under, and he's done. So, yeah, I'm not going to get into the faster weapon for that stage, because no one's using it yet, but if you see it in a match, I will try to explain it, because, yeah, the Squeezer is definitely the second worst weapon for the stage, but it was used for the longest time because Rapid Blaster Pro was not, it was not thought to be faster. There wasn't a route for it yet. And it was deemed too risky, because, yeah, casually, it's very frustrating. But in a speedrun, that's what we use, so. Oh, interesting. Brandon's actually going to Matchmaster first, so that's what most people do. They go top right. Once they get the second thing, go bottom right, and then do left side. So that's that. I need to drink some water. Yo, what's up, Yamoi? Yeah, I was talking about you. Gotta provide some context. Talking crap? Yeah, I'm definitely trash-talking players on stream. That's what's allowed. Right? Just kidding. So, this is the only boss fight in the entire route. Use the jetpack again. And if anyone has played the normal single player for hero mode, you'll remember this boss. But you use the charger, but here you're using an innate jet, and it's most notably harder because you're controlling the gun, and you're flying around and stuff. And the bullet is a giant blob that you have to and it has travel time, so you have to account for the shot. Let's see how well the first phase goes. It's the first and second tentacles. Oh, almost. Yeah, if he let that shot a little bit more to the right, he would have gotten the fast phase one, but that was still good. He just didn't drift far forward that much, or far enough to the right. So phase one was pretty quick there. So yeah, cutscene. Now we're going to be getting into the real technical skill of this fight, the quick kill. So interesting, Bdonp is not going to go for the quick kill. He's actually going to go for the 2-cycle. Yeah, oh, he got hit by that. So yeah, right now, if that guy sends out any missiles, or if he gets hit by that shower, he's dead. But unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but luckily he's able to catch each of those last tentacles or weak spots as they are charging forward. Now there's a faster strat to do that, but he's not doing it here, so I can't really explain it. If you watch the world record, it's a lot more. You can definitely see it a lot more. Oh wow, actually able to get 3 from the ground there. Or no, not 3 from the ground, 2 from the ground, I was missing. Definitely choking shots a little bit. I don't know why he wasn't even a little bit up there. Maybe he's a little bit under pressure right now. Yeah, because they're saying, like, you're trying to get the shot, and get the victory royale, and sometimes your aim just, just goes down the drain. And, oh, just gets hit by the shower there? Like, what else can happen? Ooh, is he getting hit by the missile there? No. No? Oh, he gets hit. Oh, he gets killed by the missile right at the end. That is, oh, God, that's a smile emote, dude. It's gonna be a smile from you, dog. So yeah, that's unfortunate. If you're too slow there, and reacting to missiles, they will one-shot you. Man, everything's going down the drain right now. We're gonna try to go... I feel like with what Bdonp is doing, he wants to play it really safe with the ancient fight, and honest... Oh, he gets 2 of them there. Can he catch this? Oh no, he doesn't get hit by the... oh. Yeah, and actually, he utilizes the momentum. He utilizes the high boost and the momentum from the pillar there to get the last tentacle right as he was about to charge forward. So, pretty smart thinking there and adaptability, for sure. Brandon getting through Matchmaster with no problems. This is another stage he definitely struggles with, and I'm proud he got through it. So yeah, Matchmaster and the ancient boss fight, both can be very difficult. And certain routes that you do, that's why runners would like to get out of the way immediately, so they have to deal with it at the end of a run, because yeah, that pressure at the end of a run can be kind of weird. Or not weird, but, you know, the tension is high, when you're doing that. Is he getting... Oh yeah, he's actually right behind Bdonp. I feel like he changed up his route just a tiny bit. Just to make the commentating a tiny bit easier. Tiny bit. And this is the end of right side. He's going to be getting his second thing, which forms, this gizmo, which will be, for invention, that'll be revealed later on. I love how he takes the selfie, too, of the CQ-80, like, hey, I feel cute, I might delete this later. Selfie. That type of selfie. And the soundtrack in this game is amazing. If anyone has not listened to the OST, I would highly recommend it. It is god tier. It has a very vaporwave and future funk and vaporwave hip hop future funk aesthetic. And a lot of the tracks are definitely iconic. Seems like Brandon's struggling a little bit. He is using 6, so he has to definitely drag a little bit more than Emotion uses when trying to hit these shots. I can't even imagine. Yeah, so now that Bdonp is complete with right side, he can start doing left side and get the 2 things there. And on the left side, it's a straight line. You just keep going left after every level, and then we're heading to escape. So yeah, kind of the same thing here. I'll see if he does the little jump here. No, he doesn't. Interesting, yeah. So, I think it's more so... The thing that I've noticed, it's like, people are going to stick with the strats that they're comfortable with, right? And if you can execute those strats and really get good at them, you're going to do well. You're going to improve and go up in leaderboards, right? Seems like Brand almost got all of the tentacles there. Didn't hide behind the walls. He's going to get lasered by that Gatling gun. Ooh. Yeah, if I was him, I would hide right now. Yeah, those bullets can do a number on you if you're too close. Nice. And he... Yeah, I just had a brain fart there. Is able to get that last tentacle pretty resoundingly. He's gonna be moving into the final phase. Which also can be hard. So, basically, the boss moves in relative to your position. So if you move too far to the right, he's gonna move to the left. Vice versa if you're going up or down or left. So if you can manipulate those positions, it's very easy. But oh wow, he actually got 2 of them there. Can you get it? Oh, he didn't aim high enough. He might be able to get this one cycle though. He just has to wait. Ooh, that was just a little bit too early. A little bit to the left. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, it's not like a hit scan weapon, right? The inkjet. So if you're not leading your shots, you're not gonna be hitting it. You gotta account for the velocity of the bullet a little bit. That's what separates good inkjets from bad inkjets. But I'm almost having a close call there with the 8-ball. You definitely have to keep a straight line. He's actually going with the seesaw skip as well. Let's see if we can line this up. Head boxes for the ankle. And when that yellow sticker touches the ball, he wants to move it forward. And, oh, wait. Ooh. Well, that one... Oh, okay. Wow, barely makes it. Really nice adjustment there from Bdonp. He goes out a little bit to the right side when the ball is tilting off the seesaw and gets it first try. So, good stuff to him. Yeah, because if he can get that seesaw skip first try, it's a big time save over doing the other intended route. It's kind of interesting is that there's several skips in this game that seem intended, right? They seem built into the game design. That's why I like about Octo expansion. Each level has such a cool open design to it that you can really do whatever you want, and get to the end however you want. It's pretty cool. Brandon finishing up the boss fight there, recovering from that death. And he's going to be finishing up right side. Oh, actually, yeah. I forgot he isn't do Bdomp's route. He does Match Master first. So, again, another component of online to splice in the single player. You're supposed to guide this Rainmaker, which is a giant grenade launcher shaped like a goldfish. You have to guide it towards the pedestal and the enemy's base. But this time, there's a bunch of Octolanes that can basically one-shot you if you're not careful. You charge up the shot, and it's a giant grenade. You can technically go any route here and still make it, but left side is generally the safest because there's the least amount of enemy spawns. The only enemy spawn is right there. You can just make it straight to the end with no issue. Ooh, wait. Ooh. Yeah, again, like, one bomb is all it takes, and he's just a couple bullets away there from dying. That's the mechanic that they added in Splatoon 2. If you take too much damage, you have the opportunity to recover it back, even if you don't have armor. But your mobility will be heavily slowed down, and you have to make that opportunity or break it. Gives you kind of a 50-50 chance of recovering. Yeah, the reason why we go to the back in JO4 first is to deal with the two sniper guys and Gatling guys first, because they're really annoying, and you're standing on a bunch of invisible crates. I forgot to mention that too. It's the same as Matchmaster. If someone lasers you while you're on those lighter crates, then you're gonna fall, and you're gonna have to restart from the beginning, as always. Now we'll be kind of low on ink here. Let's see if we can get the one cycle. Has to stay on here because there's too many Tenno missiles in his way. And it can also be really frustrating because those Octo Chimeras can start like dodge rolling in the air. I know, it's crazy. If you miss too many times, so you definitely have to play it a bit careful. Bdonp getting through this dodge roll stage pretty nicely. I didn't see if he did the skip there. Yeah, it's interesting he's not actually going for the dodge rolls here on the ink rails. Because yeah, because like with dodge rolling on the rail, you have to stay on the rail. It's based on your camera position relative to the ink rail and the direction that you hold in the analog stick. So if you tilt the camera to the right and if you hold the camera stick to the right and hold your analog stick to the right, where you move your character, you will fall off. You will dodge roll into the abyss, and it feels really bad. Another weird weapon choice here. So Bdonp is going to be using the charger for Go5, I think is the name of this. I forgot. I don't remember the level name, so if I mess it up once, I'm sorry, guys. Brandon's unfortunately not get the skip there. So, what's consistent about charger here is it's a single shot. It's not a gun that you have to start tracking. But the only downside is it has way worse ink efficiency, and you have to charge the rifle to max range to even get some of these crates. And there's 20 they may have to hit, and you only have a minute. So it can be kind of frustrating if you choke, because if you hit one of those balloons, it is over. And there's only one life, so you're constantly dying. You're losing 500 credits each time a pop. So kind of a Mako Omega. And I have seen a couple of players use Charger. if you are more comfortable with aiming, though, that's what most players use. They use the Jet Squelcher because it has a much faster fire rate, and it can reach its max range much more quicker. And the overall ink efficiency is definitely better. This is what determines viability on certain weapons for certain stages. So this is really interesting because the two best weapons for the stage, they're only really like, the time save is only really a 2-second difference. Oh, actually, he's gonna go for the Charger. So the Charger is the best weapon here. Why? Because you're given a burst bomb. It's a giant water balloon that you throw at these almost fruit roll-ups, I want to call them. And if you throw the burst bomb at the fruit roll-up, then it will extend to max range instantly. Now, the only downside is the Charger is really slow at inking, and it's not lightweight swim speed. What does that mean? Well, a lightweight swim speed weapon, if you're familiar with multiplayer, is the weapon moves much faster. The base swim speed is much higher. Almost falls off there. You generally want to go to the side of that fruit roll-up there to not fall off and not get shot by the Gatling gun. And the Junior is faster in every regard over the Charger for the stage, besides the fact that it takes too many frames to extend the roll-ups to their max range. So, and the final shot, just to say, hey, I'm trying to play it safe, I'm trying to get the dub. Don't do this to me. And maybe Bdonp isn't aware of the applications of Burst Bomb, because I haven't seen him use a single Burst Bomb in this entire, I think, stage here. Yeah. But yeah, Charger optimally, mostly at a beginner level, yeah, you can use Junior, you can use Charger if you want. For most people, it's going to be Junior, because Charger, to utilize that time save, it's a very high skill cap, the skill ceiling, right? We're almost done with 3/4 of the game, I think, for Bdonp. Gonna be getting the third thing. That's another thing I forgot to mention. So every gun, most guns in this game have a form of RNG called shot RNG. Even when you're standing, if you're shooting in a straight line, then the bullets might not go super straight where they want to, and it can make navigating the ground a little bit slower. So you have to kind of micro adjust based off of what shot RNG you're given. This can affect strats for levels very heavily, very, very heavily. And the latter half of left side is pretty tame. It's pretty much 2 auto-scrollers and then the damageless stage, which, you guessed it, it's a stage where you cannot take a single speck of, or pixel of damage by stepping in the enemy ink. And what he did there was, he basically decided the gender and the aesthetic description of Agent 3. He or she is the boss fight that you fight at the end of Escape. And it's the much more simplified version of the secret boss fight in Octo expansion after you complete the entire game. It's pretty elementary compared to Inner. I can say this myself, I got my butt kicked by Inner many times before I understood her patterns. All takes practice. So this stage is about 2 minutes long, and there's no checkpoints at all. You have to break about 30 targets, and if you die by jumping too early or touching your body touches any pixel of one of these green wheel things, you will fall off automatically because there's nothing to stand on, right? You're basically riding on nothing. You will go right back to the beginning. It loses about a minute or more, depending on how late you die. And I have died near the end before. It's not fun. It is not fun. Brandon interestingly going with the jet here. Most notably, this is the first roadblock for... Okay, is it? Oh, wait. I forgot to pause. Forgive me. Forgive me if it's a bit behind. I'm sorry. So in IO4, there's these grates that you have to swift form through. If you release swift form while you're going through a grate, you will get pushed off the rail and die. So definitely don't want to let up the ZL button at all there. Yeah, notice with Brandon, he's able to reach all these crates in the distance a lot sooner. than with the charger, and he's having a lot more flexibility with, like, you know, what targets he can prioritize as well. So in terms of the game, this is the last. This is the last. Well, in terms of like the metro map, this is the last form of gameplay. And we're gonna be using the Squiffer here. Well, why we use the Squiffer is because we have a curling bomb, which is basically this zoomy kind of bomb that you throw across the ground, and it inks the ground in front of you, and it inks a path, and it's very efficient. So yeah, there's a bunch of green ink on the ground. If any bullets hit you, if you touch anything at the green ink, you will die. You'll respawn at the current available checkpoint. This section, you have to get a key from the top of that crate. And there is... Oh, no, and he, unfortunately, stands a little bit too still, too long, and gets destroyed by the enemy there. Then he forgets that his weapon doesn't have a lot of range. Unfortunately, has to wait for that Gatling cycle to end. Yeah, you don't have to fight the enemy. You can just go up here. Oh no, he actually forgot to get the key. That feels bad, man. I have no other words. Yeah, you don't have to fight the enemy on the right side. You can just pick up the key, go up the wall, and be on your merry way. This level has a couple of cycles that you have to pay attention to. Most notably the wheel right in front of Bdonp, as well as near the end. Ooh, jumps between 3 bullets there. That is some Matrix level gameplay right there. This guy has an alpha. So there's a couple blind spots in Vink here. So there's... And... Oh wow, he actually knocks off the... Oh, he knocks off 2 enemies with the curling bomb. I've actually never seen that before. He probably did that on accident, but... Even I see new strats every day, right? Even if they're unintentional. See, you kind of noticed there, he went into the green ink a little bit and he didn't die. Well, how is that thing? Well, with how... If your ink overrides enough of any puddle of ink enough, the game will prioritize your survival over the ink. So, that's why there's a couple of blind spots where you can do that. Kills the sniper guy there for consistency. Who almost... Oh, man, that is just a war battle out there. 3 bullets in the air at once. What can you do? You have to throw a curling across this gap. And unfortunately, sadly does not ink the ground underneath him. So he has to start all the way at the beginning. This level is very brutal. Is unrelenting in its fury. So, while the runners are catching up, I'll catch up on chat. Big Brother or Bat Chest for Bdonp. My brain is off. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, the runner's talking in the chat. This is some next level meta stuff right now. Okay, so Bdonp picks up the key, and I have to transport this key all the way to the end. There's several enemies you have to get past. He's gonna take it the safe route, kill 2 of those enemies. And that guy has a gun which can, you know, the bullets can go really anywhere they want. And luckily he makes it past that last section pretty safely. With no issue. And so, this is the last kind of auto-scroller in the game, if you will. It's kind of like, if everyone's played Salmon Run, if you played the cannon mode type, you basically control a giant cannon. It's the same, it's kind of that concept you combine with Girl Power. You have to protect the core from all of these missiles. And the missiles, again, spawn in these predetermined locations. And as long as you can hit every single missile, you are fine. And the 3 the 3 lines there are a pretty good indicator of how you know, how far you have to aim up or down. Because you have to lead your shot a tiny bit. The small guys, the little missile guys can be one-shotted from the front. While the big blimp guys, if anyone recognizes that enemy, it's from level 6, I think, in hero mode. Shoutouts to Moofish. Yeah, for the big guys, you have to hit this huge tentacle on top of their head, and then when they touch it, it does a ton of damage. And you know, if they hit that, it's game over. I think if 2 of them hit the power core, it's game over. Now Bdonp will be getting to the 4th Fang, and Brandon not that far behind him, I believe. He's only like 2 levels behind. This is pretty surprising. I thought this would have more of a gap, but it's probably going to show more evidently in Escape. Brandon has said many times to me that Escape is probably the worst section for him in the entire game, and it can go, and it's such a net. It can either be a net positive, you know, for gaining the lead, or a net, you know, negative. Because each stage has such a concentrated amount of difficulty, and there's a cycle they have to meet at least every stage. Or whether that be... Oh, interesting. So, Brand's going to be going with the Tenebrella, which actually is a better weapon for beginners, because for one, it has that giant range, right? It has that giant fall-off range. It can one-shot enemies from pretty far away, and it has a very large inking range. Unfortunately, it does not move out of the way of the bullet there and dies painfully. Are you ready to visit the Promised Land? Messes up the menu. Are you ready to ascend? And you ask her a 3rd time, and you're gonna be set. The CQ-80 telephone, magic thingy is gonna assemble all the things and make a giant blender. There's gonna be an elevator which takes you to the surface. I know, sounds whack. That's how it is. Octo expansion is weird. So, just gotta deal with it. By this black magic, we are able to make a giant blender. As definitely not insidious or evil in, you know, any fashion. Please step right inside. Here we go. Do not be shy. I feel like if you put a giant smile in there, like a happy face, it'd be a lot more inconspicuous. So, getting back to the Tenebrella, this is a 4-minute long cutscene, by the way, so I'm not going to talk about Domp's perspective. So the Tenebrella is nice because it is that giant shield, and when you can launch the shield on the gun, and you can travel behind the shield, and it will paint the entire ground, so you have to worry about inking. So Brand's going to do that here. Unfortunately, the wheel cycle was not nice to him, so he has to wait a bit. Ooh, actually, he was a bit confident there. Wasn't waiting. He did last time. I'm just going to go full throttle right now. Yeah, especially for this section where there's the 5 curling bomb, where there's the 5 missile enemies. If you launch the shield, it will one-shot all of the enemies. Like, you don't even have to do anything. Look at that. That's insane. He's not going to kill the last enemy there, because if you kill that last enemy, it's going to spawn 3 more from the air. It's going to make it a lot harder to transport the key to the cage. So now Brandon is in the final section of this stage. And yeah, the Tenebrella pretty much trivializes the end there. The only disadvantage is because of its ending lag, you know, the ending lag of every shot, and the fact that it is a heavy speed weapon. I think it's heavyweight, so it moves a lot slower. But you get a lot more consistency. It doesn't require as much aim per se. So inks the ground there to make sure he doesn't touch enemy. You don't want to take any chances. Nobody heard that. So we're gonna get to phase 1 here, Caucus phase. I'm not gonna remember the names of these phases because it's dumb. I don't know why they chose Latin of all things. Yeah, phase 1 is pretty simple. It's pretty much, you know, the baby cycle level. You only have to meet a couple key cycles to make it through. Just gonna wait on a moving platform there. He's gonna go kind of stealth mode here and go inside the ink. Swim really fast. Got good RNG there, didn't get hit too much. If you get really bad RNG here, you can get lasered by both enemies here. Why did I say her 3 times? Yeah, you can sometimes get really bad RNG there, and basically get lasered and your arm removed as you go. And sometimes you'll even die, but that's really rare. Also, if you notice the ripples on the wall, oh, and unfortunately, he does not input the jump button early enough, and he gets hit by the bullet as he jumped. So the bullet pushed him basically as he left the ledge. He didn't have any speed. That was a bit earlier there, so that was good. It's a very common mistake that runners make, failing that jump. I went a little bit too early there. Yeah, that's the thing. If you get seen there, you have to, a bunch of little, hell minions spawn and they start to chase you. You better run, because it's not fun if you die in one shot from them when you're already slowed down. Like, come on, game, give me a chance, right? Brandon making it through the end of aisle 4 with not too many issues. Oh, Bdonp missing the jump there, miscalculating where he could jump at the edge of that moving circle. And has to kind of redo this jump. Lines it up. Alright, waits for the... Actually, no, he's gonna play it really safe right now. I like the mindset. Don't go for something again if you failed it, right? Ooh, he misses it again. I don't think he got enough height, the momentum there from the jump on the ink rail. Yeah, if any enemy sees you in their peripheral vision when you're moving, and they send those robots after you, it can be very daunting, Barely escapes the bullets there. I don't know how he survived that. Oh wow, and again, that's what I was saying, though. Yeah, I think the edge of that enemy's vision saw him and, made him slow down. So he has to wait for this guy until he can go on the boost pad. And barely makes it on to end phase 1. Going on to phase 2. I got pinged twice for no reason. So yeah, so you notice in phase 1 you didn't have a weapon. That was for a reason, to make it harder. But also, you get both the Splat Bomb and the Octo Shot inside this phase. And you need to pick up the key here. You need to get the Splat Bomb first, then you get the Octo Shot. There is a way to sequence break this level and complete it without the Octo Shot. It's called Octo Shot Skip. We banned it for this tournament because it's very boring to watch for viewers. And I want to rate tournaments. I want to rate races. We would like to rate races based off of actual skill instead of RNG. So, anyway, enough about that. So we're gonna get into kind of like... I don't even know how to describe this section. You just ride through a bunch of ink rails and try to avoid the missile cycles there so you don't get shot. And again, your movement kind of comes into play here, because you don't have anything to kill that guy or get the crates. You have to let the enemy's bullet hit you, or almost hit you, and then jump over it. So it's about to explode the crate there, and here we go. Now we're going to get into the right side of, phase 2. I love how they designed the level around you having the Splat Bomb, too. Because you're given these fans, you have to explode the fan, basically, on the... If you explode the Splat Bomb on the fan... Now, the farther the Splat Bomb away is from the fan, the less damage it does and the less distance it travels. So he's not going to be doing the one Splat Bomb strat there. I probably relate to him. I failed it a decent amount of times before. Requires pretty good timing. Ooh, almost got hit there by the Relonium, I think. I think it's the correct canonical name for that. And finally, he's going to get the Octo Shot and leave phase 2. Yeah, Brandon only about 2 phases behind. You know, it's not... You know, we're not going to see too big of a time loss yet. Oh, actually, that's really unfortunate. He activated the Octo Commander before he went at the wall, so he lost a little bit of time from that, but... nothing too bad. He hasn't died yet, so... Makes a little jump there. The key there is you want to jump before you hit the corner. When you hit the corner, you lose all your speed, and you won't be able to make the gap. I think I remember Balu doing that, and I was so amazed. Like, wow, how do you do that? He's such a god gamer. You know, once you figure out stuff by yourself, it's pretty satisfying, so... Phase 3. The belly phase. Or the belly of the beast, as they say. So there's a bunch of these giant falling blocks inside the air. I think I might have to pause again soon. And they slowly fall from the top of the stage. You have to make your way across these blocks in order to get to the end. And there's a ton of water beneath, like, these blocks. So if you fall, you get the drowning animation of dying in the water, which wastes about 3 seconds. Then the lawn death, because when you die at escape, Marina and, like, Pearl lament your death. Or Marina, Pearl, like Captain Cuttlefish lament your death, and they have that extra dialogue, which adds to the time loss. And it can be very tilting when you make a basic mistake and you die. Actually, not waiting for the cycle there. It was a little bit too slow, and couldn't see above him. Happens. This is what separates the men from the boys. This part right here. So basically, he might barely make the cycle if he doesn't fall. I've actually never seen this route before, where you go across the center. It's safer, for sure. Let's see if he waits here. Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to be too slow, because the block, I think, to the top right of him, if he was a little bit faster, he would have been able to get on top of there and hit the boost pad, but no worries, he doesn't have to die to reset the cycle. He's, you know, good as new, you know, just waiting for it. Also, the reason we pick up the special is just because it's in the route. We don't use it at all. We could use it to kill that enemy there. Oh wow, he actually knew he was a little bit late on that cycle there, so he jumped. Smart thinking. If he's early enough, when he kills this guy, you won't see him. There we go. It's the lock-in for the enemy there. I'm able to retaliate. Phase 4 is easily the shortest phase out of all of them. Let's actually switch over to Brandon if I haven't talked to him. I haven't seen his... talk about his perspective in a tiny bit. And if he survives this, he's a legend. Ooh. Ooh, he dies at the last possible instant. That is... So, Phase 4 is the shortest phase inside the entire run. For good reason, because all you have to do is make it past a bunch of lasers, but not mistiming the jump there and not recognizing that the circles were about to close. So taking a death there. If anyone wants a drinking game, take a shot after every time I say the word unfortunately. You will be probably drunk. Probably. This section kind of reminds me of Resident Evil 4, where Leon's kind of going, he has to, like, backflip through the lasers. It looks ridiculous, but it's so cheesy, right? If you don't jump through the center of the lasers there, you're just gonna die, because you're gonna touch the top of the laser, and it's at a slope, so... Making it through Phase 4 pretty convincingly. Now we're going into Phase 5, which is probably the most interesting phase out of them all. We use the Inkjet again. Brandon actually now making out of Phase 1. So this is what I was talking about. you can have a close race, but when it comes to escape, that's where it definitely starts to heat up, and where game knowledge comes into play, and how much you practice escape overall. Release all the locks and collect all the data points from like a power core they have to guide. So now you're going to control the inkjet. You have to collect all these data points alongside this giant tower. Now, you can do a very casual route, but we speedrunners use a very specific route. And we get all the data points in one fell swoop. Well, unfortunately, kind of mistiming the second boost there, so he's not going to be able to make it, has to try again. Don't know why he's going there. Actually triggers a cutscene, so it's slower, and I think it opens up a different route, which is not the fastest route out there. Oh, actually, interesting. So he actually uses all, he misses it again. That is bad. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting backup strat there. He utilized the platform height to try to make that, but he was too far away. He didn't delay his first boost enough, and he didn't let the momentum drift, make himself drift forward. Taking the ink rail on the left there, and finally making it to the, I think, the third data point. Taking this kind of safe, no. So you can get above this data point from the first edge of that ink rail, but it's very hard. You have to get a ton of height and then mash the heck out of the B button during the cutscene. So. Now, as he's gonna hit that switch, oh, he almost falls off there. So yeah, the ink jet has a bunch of exhaust ports in the bottom. And wherever the exhaust ports are standing on, they're gonna give you that amount of respective height. Killing it sniper for safety there, you can, you know, get out of that pit without killing the sniper, but it's a lot riskier because they have the risk of inking the wall. They also have the risk of, hitting you as you're coming out, so. Now, runners used to, they used to get this data point from the bottom. What you can do is jump from the top of this, the alcove, and hit the switch, and then barely ink, have enough time to ink the side of the wall, and, instantly go inside without having to take the ink rail near the bottom. Ooh. I don't know if Bdonp knows the backup now. He didn't die, though, which is good. Has to think, on his toes. Yeah, each successive boost will give you height. So definitely not utilizing those will make you not able to cross gaps efficiently. But, you know, backup strats in race are definitely, definitely important. Oh, wow. Oh, he almost gets the clutch back up there, but falls off. Oh, and the death right at the end. Yikes. Bdonp in shambles. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to play with the crowd, okay? I don't hate anyone, okay? So it's nice if you die there, because I think you... Yeah, I actually trigger a checkpoint there, and you get another chance of getting to the final data point. You have a nice flyover view. So yeah, this is... I believe that's the third to last phase in the game. And now we unlock this giant power core. And there's a giant zapfish inside. What we have to do with the zapfish is we have to guide it up an elevator all the way to the surface. And this is gonna... The power core is gonna activate an elevator, and the elevator will take us to the surface in the final part of the game. Now, time does end after the last bit of non-auto-scroller gameplay, but if runners decide to, they can also play the auto-scroller for the viewers. Ooh, Brandon mistimes the jump there, and jumps a little bit too far over the block. So now he might be too slow waiting for the final cycle. Because you think those blocks move slow, the blocks at the very end, where you're basically jumping over a series of Lego blocks, those move extremely slow. So optimally with this power core, it caps at a speed value every time you hit it with ink. So if you throw a bomb at it, it will go really fast in a preset distance, but if you tap shot it, it'll go a little bit forward every time. Ooh, does not realize the missile hits the power core at the end there, just to add torture on the torture. So yeah, optimally you want to tap shot the power core, so it moves forward a little bit, and you're recovering a little bit of ink at the same time. There's a rhythm to it. Right now he's doing it really fast. He's probably going to burn out of ink soon. Actually misses the ink tank, so it's going to make the next section a bit harder. Because the reason we get the ink tank there from the balloon is that we throw 2 slap bombs in the next section. To kill the Octo Painter. We'll get to it when we get to it. So you're just going to be seeing a lot of squid bagging. A lot of squid bagging. For sure. Recognizes that the green wheel is going to be on cycle to hit the power core, so Charlie waits and plays it a bit safe. Brandon just making it to the end of, Oh wow, Bdonp actually worried about the Gatling gun hitting him, so he's gonna kill him with a swap bomb. Interesting. Surprisingly, he does not get his arm removed there from the... I can't even speak, not thinking. From the swap bomb there. Because yeah, I think a missile, if you get hit by a missile or a swap bomb, if you're close enough, you will get your armor broken. Final section. It's a set of lasers, kind of mixing those concepts from Phase 4. You have to hit a switch. Oh, wait, okay. So yeah, that... And also, when you're going forward, these 2 balls are on a cycle. You have to wait for those... You have to keep track of which cycles those balls are on as you're getting the power core forward, so it adds another layer of depth. We're just gonna squid back our way right to the end of whatever the heck this phase is called, because I don't remember. Yamoi would know, because she has her splits named as that for some odd reason, but... Yeah, and also, a game is, I think, good when you can have a bunch of different strats for different skill levels, and they're all flexible, right? They don't lose too much time over the other. Because you saw Brandon, you went over the left side of the wall there. Instead of through it, and that's fine. It only loses about a couple seconds. And it's a lot safer, overall. Super Mario Odyssey is very good about this. It has strats for pretty much every skill level, or time range they're at. And they're all extremely versatile. Even at top level, they're very versatile. So now we're heading into the final part of the game with Bdonp. I believe Bdonp is on PB pace. I'm not too sure. Don't know how much time he lost this run. Yeah, like I said, we're going to ride an elevator to another elevator. We're going to give it about a period of, I think, 30 seconds to fight the last boss in the game. Because I would spoil the final boss, but it's not even technically a boss fight, because nothing hurts you. You can die in the boss fight. Or you can die in the stage, but nothing physically attacks you. Basically, you just hit a bunch of balloons to cover a statue. That's it. But I'm not opting for a lot of map control, which definitely makes this fight easier. It's definitely a good concept in multiplayer. When you have more map control, you can push forward more. Yeah. And the only RNG about this fight is the shot RNG in your gun, like which direction your bullets go, and the direction that Agent 3 dodge rolls is 100% random. So you constantly have to react to where she's going, and it can be a bit daunting if you're not the best mechanical player out there. Getting pretty decent shot RNG there, and bad shot RNG from Agent. So yeah, that phase is not going to do that much. He's going to just send out a curling bomb launcher, so nothing too threatening. He broke down the baller pretty fast. Gets him in the corner. Bam. Done. Boom. Fury's going to throw out a Stingray. Throws out a bomb intentionally to weaken him, basically remove half of his health. Chokes the jump shot a bit, but luckily is able to kill him right before he gets another Stingray. So yeah, that was horrible RNG. He wasn't able to... Oh, second try. That's not too bad. And Bdonp is going to end this race with a 1:15.33. Not a bad time at all. I think it's not a PB for him, but definitely still pretty good. Definitely could just cement his dominance in this tournament. Congratulations to Bdonp, and now we're gonna go focus on Brandon. See how he's doing. So yeah, he's only, and when you really think about it, like, in the Metro stage, Brandon was only a couple of levels behind, and then Escape came and he just widened the gap. So if you're really good at Escape and you don't choke, and the opponent chokes, then it might be GG from there, I think out of respect, but I think, or out of tradition, Bdonp is going to do the end of the game. It's basically a 6-minute long cutscene, then an absolutely fantastic final section where you, I think this song plays in the background, which is really catchy, and you fight through an auto-scroller. Brandon, I think, forgetting where the last data point is, but he's definitely still trucking along. I'm not sure if he's on PB pace or not. Someone can let me know in chat. I would appreciate it. There you go. He finishes phase 5. Go, go, go. JK, I'm minus 3-0. Oh, sick. Congrats. I think Brandon is streaming his gameplay right now. Not sure what his splits are looking like. So yeah, the evil telephone guy turns out to be a 10,000 developed by a scientist thousands of years ago, and he's going to come back and exact his revenge on the human race, but instead there's Inklings. So it's kind of... Their entire race is basically going to get evaporated... Not evaporated. Annihilated by a... Okay, yeah, I forgot. I forgot to switch the audio, I'm sorry. I'm still new to this, okay? Still new to me. Thanks, Cyclone. Okay, so... Now our hero Brandon is going to be starting phase 6. Pretty strong. Hasn't gotten hit yet. Got a very good cycle there. Keep going forward. Very good positioning. Your positioning when you're hitting the power core is very important. Forgot to say it's done for Bdonp. Alright. Yeah, there's no checkpoint refill here, so you definitely want to be wary if you're half health. Okay, so now he's half health, and he didn't kill the Gallon guy. He's a bit too slow, so he's going to respawn all the way in front of those green wheels. You have a dry throat, drink water. Stay hydrated. Man, that is just further salt in the wound. The power core dying after you died? That is just something. Why are you thinking? I assumed it was you, but it's probably not you. Yeah, if he clutches this, I am actually fogging. Oh, and he clutches it, dude. Half health, quarter of a health. What a god. So luckily, making it by that section without too much trouble, that can be kind of a pain. You have to throw 2 splat bombs, and skip a bunch of missile cycles. So neither player going for the laser burn strategy. I assume it might be deemed as too risky, which I understand. Because yeah, if you're too slow when guying you're too slow guying the power core through the second laser, it will basically shred the entirety of the power core's health. He only died. Did he die twice there or once? He died once. Yeah, he died once. I'm interested to see what strats he goes for inner. Stay hydrated, bot, please. Yeah, for sure. I think I paused it again. Oh, now the stream's frozen. Oh god. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. Yeah, unfortunately, since Bdonp audio is not being played, we can't hear the wonderful victory. Yeah, the victory. The sweet, almost, I don't know. The song in this, what Bdonp is in right now, it kind of reminds me of, like, the eclectic feeling of, like, when you heard Sweet Victory in SpongeBob, right? It just feels so, like a true finale. If that makes sense. Just gonna wait until this fight starts. So yeah, where he spawns in the first phase, it's always the same. So able to essentially laser his health before he launches bomb rush. The key here is you want to break the baller before he explodes it. So if you can break it like while he's not even doing anything, that's a plus. It's a major plus. Deciding to go for a ground strat instead, making this kill a bit harder. Oh, double bomb. I like that. That's definitely consistent. And we're getting to the end of the run for Brand here. And after the third splashdown, Brandon ends the race with a time of 1:23.43. I believe. Yep, that's it. And Brandon is done. He didn't split there, so it was a bit it's a bit weird. Okay, I think we're done. Just gonna see what's going on. Interview? I've never done an interview before. Victory lap on Brandon. Man, it's...
Yo.
We got Bdonp in here, and we got Brandon. All right, so first question I want to ask the both of you. How active have you been with the category recently, and how much confidence did you have entering this race and the tournament?
For me, I had a decent amount of confidence, but I've been practicing. I only got recently into this.
Yeah, you're only a couple of levels behind Bdonp, which is really surprising, but it started to fall apart into going into Escape, so definitely something to practice there, but still a good job for using Stick.
I mean, this is going to be a PB anyway, so it's like...
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're on PB pace. That's sick.
I'm way on PB. I'm like 4 minutes on PB pace.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
so...
and races can sometimes have that effect.
Yeah. I just feel like I could have played a lot better. I made a crap ton of mistakes that I could have fixed. Like, in Escape 1, I could have caught up a lot, but I screwed up.
Yeah, Phase 1 was definitely not nice. Definitely learning the route for Phase 5 as well is pretty important, and understanding the backups. What about you, Bdonp? What was your confidence level entering this race?
I was confident. I think. I don't know. I just knew how good I was. I am at the game.
You were. This guy is an alpha. I don't care.
No, I'm not that good. But, I hadn't been playing a lot, but I just knew, like, based on runs in the past, that at least my PB was really easy to beat. So I did beat my PB because it's kind of trash. But I don't know. I think I played absolutely horribly. Like.
Yeah, everyone's standards is definitely different. We're also gonna get a retime on Brandon's end. I think we're gonna go back in the VOD and get a retime there. So what else was I gonna ask? What got you into Octo expansion, like running Octo expansion in the first place? Was it a certain runner? Was it just you ran the Splatoon games and it's just the next domino in the line? What made you interested in the first place?
I guess I'll answer first. Well, I mean, I always wanted to speedrun games. I always thought it was really cool, but I saw Tone's run at GDQ, and I was like, you know what? This I could do. This is something that I could possibly do. And I was like, yeah, let me get some attempts. And like a day after I saw the run, I just started. I was like, okay. I got my first run was like a 159 or 156. So I was like, I didn't know like the routes or anything. I just kind of went into it blind, and I got.
Yeah, it's always the best, and then you basically smash it the next run after.
Yeah, I got the next run was like 10 minutes under, and then the next one after that was like another 10, and that's where I am right now. That was like a little less than a month ago. So.
Yeah, with your mindset, you can definitely improve a lot more. We all have something to get better at.
Yep.
Yeah, and I got into Octo expansion pretty much just because I played Splatoon 1 pretty much the week it came out. I did a run of that game, like, before we even found World Force Skip, and then obviously natural progression led me to Splatoon 2 the day it came out, and then just when Octo expansion came out, I did this, so...
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I got into speedrunning Octo expansion from I played it casually, and naturally when you play a game casually, it's you can't really find the replay value again. So speedrunning is the next best thing. So pretty interesting stories. So final question: what are some of your ultimate goals for the category? Someone 20, someone 15. Any goals in mind?
My goal, I mean, I just want to improve, really. I really don't have any ultimate goals at the moment. I mean, for now, I want to, like, maybe see if I could get maybe, I don't know, maybe 120 would be nice. Because right now, this run is on pace for, like, a 132.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So,
definitely jump up.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I could get a sub 120, like, within maybe the next 2 months or a month, I feel like I could do it. With the rate I'm improving it, with the rate that everything has been going, I feel like I could do it within the next 2 months.
Yeah, for sure.
For for me, I don't know. Just a good time, maybe. I don't even know if I'm gonna do this after the tournament, to be fair. But I don't know. Anything that I'm like, wow, this.
Yeah, if you don't like the
actually
game,
garbage.
yeah, if you don't like the game, you shouldn't force yourself. All right, well, I think that's all the questions that I could think of. Thank you, gentlemen, for the performance. GG's. And thanks everyone for watching. This is pretty strong showing viewing-wise. Hopefully, I explain the game well to people who haven't seen it before. I will try to commentate as many matches as I can. But we do have a commentary crew of about 7-ish people, so you're going to get a lot of different audio dynamics throughout the tournament. So here's to more matches. I don't know.
Good job for beating me. I'm not surprised. I should have practiced a lot more. I really didn't get enough practice.
GG's.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That was a lot closer than I thought it was actually going to be.
Yeah, you were keeping up with me.
Yeah, and I thought that you were that I was 100% just going to get demolished. So I don't know. That was not bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure who ends the stream, but cool. Yeah, yeah, and again, every match will be a best of 1 until losers. When done, click the check. Right? Oh, click the checkbox. Oh, okay. Oh, now I see it.
Good job.
Yeah, that's nice great.
One.
No, well, no, it's still playing on Brand's end. I feel like we could. I feel like I want to. Can someone switch the audio on Brand's end so we can listen to this music?
I'll be done with like one more hit.
If someone can do that.
What just happened? I'm all the way down to the bottom now. I don't know what just happened. Okay, I guess I'll perish then. I still got this. There's no way I failed this, right?
Yeah, I think they disabled both commentary. I think they disabled both game audio tracks. I'm just gonna.
Oh, okay, I failed.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching.
Attention.
We'll see you for the next match.
While we were talking, I just failed the run because I wasn't paying attention.